Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to another exciting episode of RightCast. I'm your host Richa Pandey. Today we have a very esteemed guest, Mr. Sanjay Madabushi from University of Niagara Falls, Canada. He is the Associate Director of International Business Development. Today we'll be talking about Canada, University of Niagara Falls, Canada, and many more things. So let's get started. Welcome to RightCast.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
Okay. So let's get started. I would like to initiate our conversation asking you about the University of Niagara Falls, Canada itself. University of Niagara Falls is located in one of the globally recognized locations. So how does it help international students, both academically and socially?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, as you know, the University of Niagara Falls, Canada is located in the historic Niagara Waterfalls location, which is on the border of Canada and USA. It's a bustling city full of life, great for student living. And from a point of view of living, it's great because you have that hustle and bustle of a city, but it's at the same time not as big or as spread out that you'll have to spend too much time, effort, or money in moving around. And at the same time, you can also, focus on your academics because your university is close to your accommodation, which is in the downtown area. That's where all your opportunities are. If you want to work part time, all the industries are there. For example, your companies, your hotels, your restaurants, cafes, everything is based out of the downtown area in Niagara Falls, which is where the university campus is also located. So for a student, it's a perfect mix of having that location and real estate price convenience, where the cost of accommodation and living is low and the opportunities are high. So it's a great mix of both. Yeah.
Okay. So moving forward, let's talk about the application process. How, smooth is the application process?
Look, the application process is really easy. All the student has to do is contact one of our registered partners like RightPath and begin their application process by submitting their passport, CV, academic documents, and an MOI letter. So for the application at the university, we don't really need an IELTS or PTE. We do need that for your visa, but we don't need that for the university. So with an MOI letter, you can get an unconditional offer letter, and this takes about 3 to 4 working days. And after you get that, all you have to do is pay a minimum deposit of $5,000 to get the LOA or letter of acceptance. Once this is received, it takes about another 1 week to 2 weeks at max to receive the PAL, the provisional attestation letter. And once that is done, so I think a total duration of not more than 3 to 4 weeks. So the whole timeline of a student's process with the university would be 1 month. After that, they have to come spend some time with you, accumulate their financial documents, their English for their visa purpose, all that to be completed through RightPath, and they can apply for their visa. So that's the process.
Okay, so on this note only, I would like to ask you another question. Like, students are really curious to know about the entry requirements.
Yeah.
So could you please tell about that also?
Yeah. So before we hop into the entry requirements, could I tell you a little bit about the courses we have?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we've got 5 courses at the university. 3 of them are master's degrees and 2 of them are bachelor degrees. So the 2 bachelor degrees are bachelors of business and bachelors of biomedical science. And for our master's degrees, we've got a master's of management, a master's of data analytics, and a master of digital media and global communication. Now, we are a tech university. That's what we are at our core. We're a tech and a digital university. So every course that we do will have a high level of tech and digital component associated to it. So when I talk about a course like Masters of Management, it's not your classical management subjects like accounting and finance. Yes, you're going to study all that, but with a very high level of collaboration with the digital world, with tech, with AI, with analytics. So that's a unique aspect about the courses that we offer at the university. And we've got a very broad number of intakes through the year for our students. For our master's degree students, they can come in January, April, July, or October. We have 4 intakes in a year, and our bachelor degree students can come in October or January. So pretty well spread out number of intakes. throughout the year. Students can come in at any point of time that they feel convenient for their journey.
Okay.
And in terms of scholarships and entry requirements, the minimum entry requirement to get into a bachelor degree after completing your schooling would be a 70%. And you need to have the subject of mathematics. That is compulsory for both courses, whether it's Bachelor's of Business Administration or Biomedical Science. With a 70%, you can get into the course. And if you get more than a 90%, you can get up to almost 40 to 50% scholarships as well. So, for example, the Bachelor's of Business, the total cost of the course is $80,000. At the highest level, we offer up to $25,000 in scholarship. So that's like more than 25%. And for the Bachelor's of Biomedical Science, if a student has more than 90%, we have a $50,000 scholarship on a total of $120,000. So that's almost a 50% scholarship on the entire fees, which is a really great thing for students to achieve. And considering that we have so many students in Nepal interested in biomedical sciences, I think it's a great opportunity for them as well.
Yeah.
For our master degree students, the minimum entry requirement on a GPA scale would be about 2.7 to get into the master's directly. They do need a 16 years of total education though. So in case they don't have the 16 years and they've done a 3-year bachelor degree, they can supplement it with a 3-month graduate foundation program that we offer at the university. It's an online or on-campus course. If you study it online, it's cheaper. It costs only $2,400. But if you want to come study on campus, it's a little bit more. It's $4,500. So yeah, that's the way a student can get into the university.
So there are a few universities in Nepal, like they provide 3 years bachelor's degree, like they have the affiliations with the other universities abroad. But 1 year they have foundation program here in Nepal also. So what should a student do like for that?
So if you can showcase that after completing the schooling, which is a 12 years of education, the student has completed 1 year of a foundation plus 3 years of education, then they can enter the master's directly.
Okay, so they need to have the certificates, right?
Yeah, exactly. The total duration needs to add up to 16 years. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. So my next question to you is like, why should international students choose University of Niagara Falls, Canada instead of any other universities in Canada?
Look, there are a lot of reasons why you choose many different universities. But I think that for University of Niagara Falls particularly, as I said earlier, we're a digital university and a tech university, and we're a highly evolving planet at this stage. Every stage of our evolution, the pace of evolution is much faster. The industrialization of our world took 50 years from 1901 to 1950. The next stage was computers, which took around 20 years from 1990s to 2010s. And then came our smartphones, which was in 5 years. We achieved great technology. Now we have AI, which happened in a span of 2 to 3 years. Every step of technology, every step is getting faster and faster. And to keep up with this ever-changing world, having that digital approach to education and progress is mandatory. And that's what we aim to teach at our university. So I think that's one key reason. In addition to this, for a student to have a comfortable student journey, we need to make sure that they understand what they're studying from day one, what kind of opportunities they have, whether it's internships, co-op programs, post-graduation, job opportunities, and all of this is available at our university through our Career Development Services department. So we've got an entire department just to take care of our students' needs, whether it's going to be completely associated to the curriculum itself, or even outside the curriculum when students need any assistance with accommodation and things like that. Not only do we have our own university accommodation, but in case, they're coming with a family and you want to get a house outside, but you don't know the right kind of people to approach or what apps to use or how to go about securing the right location where it's safe, etc., etc. This department will guide you through all those things. So, basically, you could say that that department is a one-stop shop for any query that a student may have when they're on campus.
Okay, so does the universities organize the, career fairs also for the students?
Absolutely. So we constantly have career fairs going on at the university, and also we do utilize the help of industry experts who are affiliated to our university in multiple ways, whether they have signed MOUs to employ students through us, or whether they're just well-wishers of the local university because they themselves are local people who have been born and brought up in the region and achieved great corporate heights. So they come to the university and give talks to the student, tell them about the journey, tell them about hacks to be successful. All these things happen at the university.
Okay. So, being an associate director, what do you think? What kinds of skills set students are missing when going abroad, and how they can improve?
I think from our South Asian community, the two major skills that I would request our students to kind of brush up on are your spoken English skills, and also not to be too shy when you're in those countries, because I know it's often very terrifying when you're in a new landscape and you have a lot of questions but you don't know who to go ask. But everyone is very kind and helpful in a country like Canada. They're very welcoming, and you should not be shy in going and asking questions. Even if you think they may be silly questions, they may actually have very prudent answers that will help you, progress ahead. So I think that students should not be shy when they are in any country. This is not just for Canada, general advice. And spoken English skills need to be brushed up, because when your English spoken skills are good, you will have more opportunity come your way, both in terms of leadership opportunities at the university, part-time job interview success rates, and also post-graduation success when you're going through your interviews and stuff.
Yeah. So let's talk about the challenges going abroad. Having all those struggles is really difficult for the international students. So how is university supporting the students in terms of that, to go through that?
So to start with, we have an orientation when a student arrives on campus. So the orientation is 1 week long. So we let them know about all the various tools and facilities that they have available to themselves that will help them kind of assimilate into their new environment. And if they still have trouble, we have international student advisors on campus who they can talk to for free of cost, whether they're feeling homesick or whether they're not able to cope with the education and they need some additional assistance. So we have got international student advisors to assist with all of this, the entire journey. It's not like, oh, just because I'm new, I can go ask these questions, and if I have these feelings later on, I can't. No, there's nothing like that. Whether you're a first year student or a final year student, any point of time, the international student advisor is there for you to make sure that any challenge or problem you're facing, they can try and help you out over there.
Okay. So as we wrap up, I would like to ask you the one last question. One piece of advice you would like to give to the students who are applying for the coming intakes?
I think the most prudent advice I would like to give everyone is come speak to your counselors in addition to doing your own research, because what you see online may only be 50% of the actual information. You may see university's information to be different from what the government's information is, and there might be a lot of conflicting things. So come to a registered consultant who is affiliated to the university so they can give you accurate advice. And in addition to that, also make sure that you're providing only your genuine documents. Whoever says whatever, genuine documents are the way forward. So that is advice that I would like to give all our students.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. It was great talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.